The Georgetown Hoyas will be playing the Loyola Marymount Lions on Friday, November 16th at 7 o'clock. The game will be televised on CBS Sports Network. This is part of the Jamaica Classic. Patrick Ewing is going back home to Jamaica. So Loyola Marymount's a much improved team this year. They have Mike Dunlap, who used to be the head coach of the Charlotte Bobcats, I think, at the time. Or were they the Hornets or the Bobcats? Doesn't matter. Same team. But Loyola Marymount's definitely building their program. They're 126 in the Ken Bomb ranking, which is higher than Penn or Northern Iowa. So that's impressive. They definitely built their program up. They beat UNLV the other night. They forced 24 UNLV turnovers. They held them to 2 of 16 from 3. James Bateman, a 6'1 senior, who scored 27 points. Against Cal State Northbridge, Bateman got 10 assists, so he's definitely their offense. He shot 39% from 3 last year. He got 139 assists. He's no joke at all. Also, Marcusson, he's the leading rebounder. He's a 7'1 guy for Loyola Marymount. And there's also Ellis Scott. He's got 87 offensive rebounds last year. Eli Scott got 87 offensive rebounds last year for Loyola Marymount. He was on the same team as the Ball kids, Lonzo Ball, at Chino Hills High School. I know LeVar Ball pulled him out of high school, but Chino Hills definitely has some talented players who have come through there. And the offense last year, they shot 44% from the field, 35% from 3, but they really offensive rebound pretty well. That's the thing that Georgetown needs to look out for. There's no way that Georgetown loses this game if Loyola Marymount doesn't offensive rebound the ball. They got 32% of their offensive rebounds. That was 41st in the country. The defensive rebounding is not good for Loyola Marymount. They got 70% of the defensive rebounds. That was ranked 296th. So Loyola Marymount last year was a really good offensive team, not great defensive team, but forcing the 24 turnovers for UNLV. That was big because they were 333rd in defense efficiency last year. I think they've really improved though. Last year defensively they allowed 50% from the field, 57% from 2 and 38% from 3. I'm really not sure, though, because they've only played a couple games, how important those defensive numbers are last year. Well, 5 games in the season, once every single team plays a few Division I teams, then last year really won't be that important. I really won't be focusing much on the percentages of last year. But they've only played 1 game against UNLV and another game against Cal State Northbridge, who is basically a Division II team because they're like a sub 300 team that Ken Bomb rankings in the Division I. So this is and Loyola Marymount. Defensively, they weren't that nasty either. The assist to turnover ratio, they allowed 12 assists to every 10 turnovers. Loyola Marymount's going to play a pretty slow game though. They're only 264th in tempo, so I really can't tell how good Loyola Marymount is. They've made a lot of improvements, but they got 1 great win on the road at UNLV. This is the team in the same conference as Gonzaga. This team is no joke at all. I think they're be in NCAA tournament either this year or next year. They have the talent. They're building their program. But Georgetown is a big test for them. And I think Georgetown will win this game. I don't think Loyola Marymount can handle Georgetown yet. Even though they're confident, Georgetown has more confidence after that win against Illinois. But Georgetown can't just walk into this game and expect to win. The offensive rebounding, that's what Loyola Marymount does best. So Georgetown needs to block out with Jesse Govan, Jamarco Pickett, all those big men blocking out. And then offensively, Georgetown just needs to run their offense. I don't think Loyola Marymount can really stop Georgetown. And James Bateman, just stay in front, keep a body on him. I know Georgetown did not do a good job guarding Ayu Dunsumo, so they got to get help defensively. They got to have an edge and a toughness defensively. I'm really not concerned about Georgetown's offense other than the turnovers, but because Georgetown's going to shoot a high percentage offensively. Defensively, Georgetown can't allow second shots. They just need to guard their man and defend without fouling. They'll be fine.